I'm going to call to order the meeting of the City Council for the City of Rainbow City for May 13th of 2024. And I'm going to ask, who we got? Jeff. I'm going to ask Jeff Prince to do our invocation. It'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you stand?
Would you pray with me, please? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord, that you've given us. We thank you for your so many blessings that you have bestowed upon us. God, I just thank you tonight that we have the opportunity to come and represent this great city, Lord, and help all that we say and do be a reflection of your love. We ask all this in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you turn your cell phones to off or vibrate position, we would appreciate it. And I'll ask our clerk, Beth Lee, to do a roll call.
Anita Bedwell. Here. Randy Weiss. Here. Jeff Prince. Here. Jamison Jenkins. Here. Clark Hopper. Here. Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April 22nd of 2024 and the special called meeting of May 8th of 2024. And I'd entertain a motion that we do so. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 6 is to increase the credit card limit for the police department from $5,700 to $8,500 with the Exchange Bank, and I'd entertain a motion that we make that increase. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 7 is let the record reflect that the surplus items recently sold are those listed below, and that list is on the agenda and can also be seen online. And I would entertain a motion that we just accept those as sold items. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 8 is personnel changes to accept the retirement of David Devine, Fire Captain, effective June 1st of 2024. Accept the resignation of Jeff Underwood, Municipal Court Social Worker, effective Friday, May 3rd of 2024. Post the Director of Revenue in-house for 10 days to end on Friday, May 24th of 2024, and to post for a part-time library assistant for 10 days to end on Friday, May 24th, 2024, and to post for a full-time paramedic firefighter position for 10 days to end on Friday, May 24th of 2024, and I'd entertain we do those in it together. So moved. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 9 is Resolution 24-12, and that's a right-of-way for permanent easement. And just as a point of clarification and information, this is on a grant that we got from the state of Alabama to put in some walking and pedestrian and bicycle trails from Rainbow Middle School, and they will extend down to the corner of Kinsey and then on out to the Mega Soccer Complex or the Kia Soccer Sports Complex. And I would entertain a motion that we pass that resolution. Second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 10 is a budget revision for the libraries to increase to reflect the grant funds that we've received from the APLS for a LSTA grant for the purchase of RFID security gates and related materials, and that would go to equipment and tools, the account number shown, for $39,833, and I'd entertain a motion that we accept that budget revision. So moved. Second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? I'd also just ask for a point of privilege for the record to show that Evelyn Musket, who was a member of some of our boards, just been a really, really good steward for this city, passed away on April 25th of this year. Number 11 is for the Southside High School band. Matt Weaver, the band director, is here, and the band just participated in the National Cherry Blossom Parade in Washington, D.C., which was a very, very big deal. And one of probably the greatest things that I've ever seen in my life is during the Cherry Blossom Festival. And we were up there 2 years ago, last year, and it was just a great time. But Matt, would you come up and talk to us just a little bit? Clark, you going to take care of him? And just give us your name and your position just for our official record.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Matt Weaver, I'm band director at Southside High School. So I appreciate all you guys do for our community and our schools, and thank you for recognizing us here tonight. We've got a couple of kids who went on the trip here with us. So the Cherry Blossom Festival is a 2-week event that happens in D.C. every year. It commemorates the gifting of cherry blossoms from the Empire of Japan all the way back almost 100 years ago. And every year since, there's a big festival in April. And the parade is sort of the culmination of 2 weeks worth of festivities. And during that time, there's a lot of important guests from foreign countries, international people of importance, and it's a big deal. And the parade is, of course, syndicated nationally, and then they were streaming it on YouTube and all. So it's a very big honor to be selected. It's a pretty arduous application process to get to be a part of it, and these guys were selected, as were 2 other bands from Alabama. Chelsea and Auburn High School were also there, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time while we were there. They represented our community and our state extremely well, and the parade was just a gorgeous day and performance, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great education for them, too, to see our capital.
That's right. That's awesome. We appreciate it. We appreciate what you guys do, and I'll just I will take a moment of maybe a point of privilege and just let the council just speak and comment on what you guys are getting done over there. It's always a thrill, when we did the grand opening for Duncan down here, having a portion of our band. We could have packed the parking lot with the whole bunch, but it was just great for us to see those guys get to square off against Gadsden City High School, and they held their own. As a matter of fact, I'd say they showed them what the deal was. But we do appreciate you being here, and I'll start with Mr. Hopper.
There's no doubt in my mind that y'all represented this city and South Side in your hometown with great pride and honor. And I was so proud when I heard that y'all were going and everything. And like the mayor says, y'all showed, I was there for the opening at Duncan's, y'all held your own, and y'all get another chance here in a few months at the football game, since we'll be playing them. But just keep it going and enjoy what you're doing and enjoy your time. Y'all doing an awesome job. Thank you.
Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Weaver, for investing in these kids. I never played sports in high school. The mayor says it's because I was just too athletic. It just wouldn't have been fair. But I was in band the entire time that I was in high school, and my band trips are without question my fondest high school memories. And it's not even close. And it's like you said, it's about more than just being in that parade. It is very educational. And these are things that otherwise these students may not even get to do outside of their opportunities that are created from being in band. So I'm fortunate that there are people like you that are willing to invest the time and energy that it takes to get them there. And I'm very, very proud of what y'all are doing and what you've accomplished.
Ms. Bedwell.
Well, we all want to reflect to say the same thing, but we are very proud of you. Thank you for representing our city so well, and our sister city as well with Southside in our area. But you're just such a talented group, and I'm very appreciative of the fact that we have someone who brings that out in you, and that you have your parents' support who make sure that you get there and do things, and that your true talents are just showcased by all the events that you do. So keep up the good work.
Mr. Prince.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Weaver, for all you do for those kids, for these kids, a lot of kids over the years. I, too, like Jameson, was so gifted athletically that I was in the band. But I was the 1979 Emma Sansom Rookie of the Year. I just want the record to reflect that.
So moved.
So much, okay, and that's serious. But I also have some of the greatest memories of my teenage years were on band trips. We went to Washington, New Orleans, Bradenton, Daytona Beach. I went places as a kid I would have never gotten to have gone and experienced because of band. So it means a lot to us for what you're doing over there. It means a lot that Rainbow City and Southside work together so well as municipalities to support the school. So thank you guys, and I hope you had a great time.
I'll go to our most biased member of the council, and that would be Coach and Councilman Randy Vice.
I'm not going to abstain on this one. No, first of all, I'm extremely proud of you young men and women. Matt, you do a phenomenal job, and we appreciate it so much. It adds so much to the football games, not just the football games, the whole school environment. Personally, thank you guys for sending us off the other day. That was amazing. It's the pride of Southside, but we also consider it the pride of Rainbow City as well. You guys are great to see young people active in their communities. Too many times we don't get people just go through school to see what they can get out of it instead of what they can put into it. And you guys put a lot into our environment. We really appreciate it so much. And again, I get to see this on a daily basis, how remarkable you guys are in the classroom, in the lunchroom. You behave yourselves really well, and you represent our communities very well. And I'm tickled to death you guys got an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. It's one of my favorite places. I don't see it as a swamp. I see it as the crowning jewel of America, and you guys represented us in that crowning jewel well, and thank you so much.
Very good. Hey, if you guys want to come up, we'd like to get a photograph with you, and
Please.
If you'd do that for us. Yeah, if you guys would maybe push the chairs and tighten up, yeah.
Yes. Best Larry B. Best
Come on,
83.
Clark. I'm a cutting Clarky.
That'll be on mug shots later. Cam.
I should mention, I forgot. I should mention before I sit down that the application process for this parade is sort of a stepping stone to other and bigger events that we're working on getting into. So they did a great job, and that bodes well for the future.
Come and see us when you do. I know you will. We're down to reports of our departments. Kenneth, I know you had something about. Do you want to come up and speak to us just a little bit about our cleanup day? It was a raging success. Yeah, it was a good success. It was a big success.
Yeah, Kenneth Payne, Rainbow City. We had our cleanup day May the 4th, and it went very well, and appreciate the mayor, council, and all the people that participated. There was a lot of people that come out to help. You know, we get some good crowds. We get some good groups, and it turns into a fun time. So we picked up 230 bags, and the county, Tim Helms and his guys, picked up 4 ton. 4 ton, y'all. That's a lot, and they weighed it at the landfill, so we know that's accurate. So we appreciate them. I've sent pictures. I'll have my report to go to Lisa Dover's office. All y'all, you'll get that. Jonathan Horton, the sheriff, will get that. So without them, as you know, Tim will call me up once in a while and ask where we need to pick up at, and I'll give him some roads. So it's very important that we support them people. And I do like the fact that we're in the top running for helping Tim Helms and his guys when they're in our area. So, being said that that kicks off the Beautification Awards. We'll be taking nominations or applications, or how you're going to look at it, for the Beautification Award, and we will be presenting them at pretty quick. I got to gather them up, redo them, and but we will be taking people's names and no, you can't. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth. We appreciate you. It's Kenneth and I were talking today. You know, it's hard to love your job any more than Kenneth and I love our jobs, and And it's just a privilege to be able to go out here and not only serve this community, but get a chance to go out and change the way this community looks. And I can say this, and Jameson and I worked in the same area of the city this year, and we have in the previous 3 cleanup days, or 4. I think we've actually had 4 together, and that area is cleaning up. I mean, we're getting less and less trash out of these areas, and that means that our education is working, our advocacy is working, and then our labor is no doubt paying off. And I appreciate the people that are not only living here, that are in our community for not littering, but also the people that are passing through our city, not using us as a disposal area. And I just want to say that out loud. But it's really a good sign when we start seeing those numbers. 4 tons. While that's a lot of trash and rubbish, we know that that's down from higher numbers, and that's a tribute to this city and the people and the pride that they have. There's the pride again. So we'll move on to anyone else have anything? Michael, you're good? Chief, we're good? Okay, we're going to move on to council comments and reports, and I know they've got a little bit off their chest, but they may want to hit the Southside Band one more time, and we'll start with Mr. Vice.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, again, welcome everyone that's here today. And again, I can't say enough about our band and what they mean to the community. Outstanding young people, and thank you guys for participating. Cleanup was a joy. I got to work with my fraternity brother, Mr. Prince, here, and we picked up a lot of stuff. I think a lot of stuff he had thrown out earlier. He showed me where it was at. Not really, but we got a lot done, and it was just it's great to see people out doing those kind of things. Also, I want to thank our mayor, which I have a team that has kids from 5 different countries on it. Really 6 if you count Jacksonville, but no, 5 different countries. And at Huntsville, for them to say, "There's the mayor," it was really cool. It made me feel good to see young people look at government in a positive manner, because everything they get from government on TV is negative. I hope you say tonight we don't scream at each other, at least not in here. There's a level of decorum which is expected and appreciated. And take that with you, because when I see a band, that's what I see. I see discipline, uniform, things like that. And your respect for your elders is phenomenal. We really appreciate that as well. I'd also like to congratulate Cameron Thompson. I've coached soccer for 37 years, and I will say this, not to make anybody else mad, he's the greatest player I've ever coached. And he was chosen to the All-Star team. Well, I knew it last week, but I couldn't say anything about it. It was one of those things. We made that official yesterday. 53 goals, I think 20 assists, et cetera, and a 4.4 GPA. Wow. And so I want to congratulate Cameron. But again, I also want to talk about the idea of service. Never give up on that. Find something that you can do to serve your community, like you're doing in the school, and you'll always be happy. Kenneth and the mayor said earlier about loving their job. Guys, there's nothing worse than going to a job that you see as a job instead of a lifelong mission. Find something you want to do. Do it well, and don't worry about the money, because that'll take care of itself. Okay. But God bless y'all, and also thank you, Kenneth, for organizing the cleanup. I'm glad Mike's back with us and healthy, and so we appreciate what you do and appreciate all of our departments. I got to witness the police in action a couple of weeks ago, and it was really neat. And when I'm not in the car or in handcuffs, it's even better. So anyway, well, thank you, Camp, for the good job y'all doing well, and Philip and everyone else involved. And thank y'all, and I'll yield the remainder of my time.
Mr. Prince.
I'm not sure I really want to follow that one. It's pretty good, Coach. Again, thank y'all for being here. and for what you do mean. And we can't say that enough. We always brag on our city employees, and I'll do that in a minute. But we're so blessed, not only with just Southside High School, but with Westbrook and our little town our little city's got some good schools, the best schools, matter of fact. And I truly believe that. So Randy's advice, if you will heed that, I promise you, that will take you a long way in life. And I'm not going to try to give you any more life goals, set any more goals for yourself, but your determination, all the hard sweat and the times that you didn't really want to be there in the summer when it's hot, trying to get ready for that first football game. I've been there. So thank you guys again. And for all the different aspects of our high schools. I want to congratulate Coach Vice for making the Final Four. I know did not turn out the way we want it, but hey, I'm an Auburn fan. I can live with it. So I've learned to live with it, I guess, over the years. But it is, my daughter played soccer at Southside, and I was there 3 of her 4 years in that Final Four, and I know what that means. And it means a lot to those kids. And Coach Vice did an outstanding job this year, had a number 1 ranked team the whole year and wound up number 3 in the state. Not too shabby for Etowah County, you know. So thank you for all that you do, too. The cleanup day, Kenneth, thank you so much again for what you do. The mayor was correct. Randy was not. I did not plant garbage, let the record reflect. I did find a couple honey holes that we've got some good garbage out of, but I just knew where to go. But it is nice to see the fact that we did not have to have as much garbage this year come in. You know, it kind of becomes a little bit of a contest. You know, nobody wants to lose and have the fewest bags of garbage. So, but it is very nice to see that people are paying attention, and we're not having to really punitively fine them and all that yet if they don't straighten up. But that was a great day, and thank you again, Kenneth. The last thing I really have is I want to thank the mayor and my fellow council members for supporting on May the 8th in our special call meeting. We're sponsoring the Man Up Gadsden Blue Ball event, which is testicular and prostate cancer related event. That kind of hit home for me personally this time. I went last year and had fun. This year I will go as a cancer survivor of prostate cancer. So thank you guys for supporting that. So that's all I have tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Ms. Bedwell.
Thank you, Mayor. You guys look great just sitting there. Again, thank you. So proud of you. One of the things that we always do, each one of us we talk about our departments, how proud we are of our employees, and we are very proud. We're very appreciative because they are what takes care of our city. And but we also here at Rainbow City have a lot of volunteer boards. We have a lot of people who don't get paid anything. They spend a lot of time researching things for the city and making good decisions that helps our city grow in a positive manner and helps keep down different kind of issues and all kinds of things. But I guess really what I would like to say, and we all would, is to thank you to all those people who volunteer and do things for the city. You know, it's one thing we were talking about jobs and to get paid, but there's just a little special place that you have when you volunteer about something and you help someone else or help your city that just gives you that special thing. Kenneth is probably a prime example, one of the best. Chris, because he does volunteer for an awful lot, accomplishes a great deal. But we appreciate all of our volunteers, and I'd just like to say that publicly and let them know that how our council feels about them and the mayor, and we are just so appreciative of them. All the sports teams in our area, it's just been amazing how much talent, band, the sports teams, it is just amazing how much talent comes out of our area. Y'all are some smart, good kids, I'm telling you. So we are just very proud of each and every one of you. Just a note also on that, we were talking about volunteers, Tina and her library staff, that's part of our staff. But Tina is the director of the library, and she always is coming up with little bits of money somewhere to help our library. And it seems it's continuously that she's always finding some money somewhere that will support our library and make it better. And we appreciate she and her staff. One of the things I wanted to mention about that was, too, for everybody to keep a watch on the sign, because she's starting all of her summer programs, summer reading programs. They have all these Lego clubs. They have all kinds of things down there that's just that's above and beyond what the library really does. So we appreciate each and every one of them that put forth the extra effort to do that. So it's nice to have you guys. Come back again. We're looking forward to your next team.
Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start by reiterating what's already been said and saying again that I really appreciate what Mr. Weaver and what Coach Vice both do every day, investing in our students. I have the opportunity to work inside the four walls of a school 5 days a week, and I love my job, but I say all the time that I could not do what our teachers do. And that's not just something that I say, I mean that. They have a very tough job, and a lot of hours inside those four walls and outside those four walls go into investing in our students that are our future. And I think that they are recognized all too little, and I really do appreciate what they do. I do appreciate Kenneth Payne very much, and he made a good point about Deputy Helms. Deputy Helms has a very tough job at the Etowah County Sheriff's Office. You may see them every now and then, depending on where they are, picking up trash, but that division of the Sheriff's Office picks up garbage 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, whether it's 7 degrees outside or 105. Doesn't matter. He's out there with our inmate work crew picking up garbage. It makes a huge impact on our county, and we really appreciate what Deputy Helms and his crew do. And the last thing I want to talk about is our police department. My partner at the sheriff's office, Millie, and her brother, Jackson, my 2 dogs, happened to go missing Saturday right in the middle of my 1-year-old son's birthday party. And I called Chief Yancey and I said, hey, I need some people looking for these dogs. And it was to the point that I was getting phone calls about how many police cars were around everywhere, and it was because they were looking for my dogs. And I just want to say that is not unique to me. That is just how our police department operates. And if there was anything that anybody in our city needed, whether it be big or small, I promise you that our chief of police and our police officers would be there to answer that call and to help our citizens in any way that they could. I just saw photos literally this last week of Lieutenant Tommy Sperling, who responded to somebody's house and got a snake out of their house. So big or small, doesn't matter who it is, our police department is there to help. And with that being said, I want to say that this week is National Police Week. And I want to tell you that this week is kind of like Memorial Day for police officers. And so my point in saying that is this is not a time for you to pat us on the back or thank us for our job, although we do appreciate it. That's not what this week or this whole deal that's going to be going on in D.C. this week is about, because they will be doing things all week long, and you're going to see that. This week is about men and women who have laid down their lives in the line of duty in service to law enforcement. In the month of April of this year, 25 law enforcement officers were killed in the line of duty while performing their work, and 24,000 law enforcement officers have been killed in the United States in total. So that's what this week's about. It's not about us or thanking us for what we do, although we do appreciate it. It's about remembering the men and women who have laid down their lives so that we can live in a safe and free country. Thank you.
Mr. Hopper.
Okay. Couple things. First, I want to do is pass on my condolences to Jerry Rickles, his son Scott Rickles, who graduated Southside. He actually played football for me right before I got on the police department at Gaston. He was a graduate of Southside in 1988. I think that's right. 89 maybe. 89. It was 88 football season when I was down there, and I got hired at the police department in 88. Okay, he was M. Sansom, where me and Councilman Prince, we both attended. Last football coach before they merged together to become Gaston City, and all that. Next, I want to touch on what Councilman Jenkins was talking about, National Police Week. City of Gaston, at one point in time, we had an officer named Todd Spiker who went on to work for the FBI, who got cancer and died while he was with the FBI. He is the son-in-law of Commissioner Johnny Grant. So I wish Susan and them safe travels. They are actually going to honor him during Police Week this week, and all that. So all the sadness is out. So let's get to some good stuff. Congratulations again on what y'all did up there in D.C., and we're very proud of you. But we're also very proud of what you've done this year and during your time that you've been a coach. You know, with the All-Stars and things of that nature. You lost 1-0, so you tell your team, it ain't like they didn't belong, they belonged. In the same way Westbrook's boys got beat 1-0, they belonged. And on the good news, Westbrook's baseball team won today 11-5, so they're one game away, hopefully, from bringing the second state championship to this city. We ought to rename this place City Champions and steal that from Gaston, because they ain't doing nothing up there. All right. Okay. Wow, I talk faster than I thought I could. But I do talk fast. All right. The last thing I want to touch on is breast cancer week. You know, breast cancer stuff that goes on. I attended 2 events within the past week. And the good Lord did this for a reason. But Lakota Leaks back here in the back, and he coaches a team in another community that we won't mention, but their initials are HB. Okay? And they wear some ugly green, as my wife puts it. But he went in a tournament that we played in with him, and that was to help a coach out there in Hoax Bluff, am I right, that's got cancer, breast cancer? Okay. And he was down 2-0, and when got reseeded, he actually won the thing, starting at 02. So congratulations, it's the first time I saw you. This past weekend, my wife, who's got her own business, but she's attached to a place called Coosa Consulting, which is in Gadsden. They did a clay shoot competition, and it's been around for a while, and it was called Shooters for Hooters. And we had some local businesses there. Trent Thrasher was there. He was bugging me on a few holes. Then the team won, Toyota, they were there representing. And it was just such a great event that I wouldn't mind us trying to put together 4 of us to go do that next year and represent Rainbow City. It looked like it was fun. My wife she did pretty good since this is the first time she shot. Now, when y'all see her, I promise you I didn't hit her. She let that shotgun away. She's got a big old jaw bruise. We couldn't even go to church yesterday. We were so embarrassed. But Alabama Teachers Credit Union supplied breakfast, and Local Joe's did lunch. And if you ain't never had one of Jody's tacos, you're missing it, because they are amazing. They are amazing. But not only do we have great kids who represent well, we have great adults and organizations that great well. We do very well down here athletically, educationally, band-wise, and also being good servants, doing great things to help these organizations do this, because breast cancer, it affects a lot of us. And, and now I was very proud to participate in 2 events this week, and then all that. But with that, Mayor, I'm through for the day.
Thank you. On Wednesday, May 15th, the employee wellness screening from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. On Monday, May 27th, City Hall will be closed in observance of Memorial Day. Garbage will not be serviced on Monday. Pickup will be Tuesday through Saturday. Council meeting is canceled and rescheduled for Wednesday, May 29th, 2024 at 5 p.m. Monday, June 3rd, our farmers market begins at 7 o'clock till noon on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we'll be expanding our farmers market this year. Hopefully, we'll have more vendors and we'll have a little bit more open space for them and better parking. And with that, I would entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here.